Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Dale here, back again with another video. We are, I think, four days away, because it releases at midnight, 4 days away from 2K21, and let me tell you, I couldn't be more excited. This has been the longest wait of my life for a video game in a very long time. It's just, I don't know what's going on. There's just no games coming out that I want to play. There's nothing to play. There's nothing to do. I'm just trying to sleep as much as possible, you know, trying to kill time until midnight Thursday when I can launch up that game and get to grinding domination and triple threat. But we're gonna do a video today for the top 5 cards I want to see in this year's Myteam. We've got the demo in the background. We've got some gameplay. Let me know in the comments below what you all think of the demo. I'm trying to not give my full thoughts on the game until we get the next gen version, because obviously that's going to be the most complete version of the game. But I have been, from playing the demo, I am surprised at how much has changed on current gen. So let me know below what you think of the demo. The more I've played it, the more I think this game does have a lot of potential to be very, very good. With that being said, let's get right into the list. So number 5, we have got none other than Pat Burke. And a lot of people watching this are probably thinking, Pat Burke, who the hell is that? So if you don't know, Pat Burke was undrafted. He got picked up by the Orlando Magic. Didn't really accomplish much throughout his entire career, I'm not going to lie to you. But for us Irish players, I know me and another Irish guy by the name of DVG would love to see this card in the game. He is the only Irish-born NBA player ever that we've ever had in the league. And I think for like a Patrick's Day themed set, he could be an amazing lock-in reward. Just juice him up, make him everything he never was in the league. Okay, maybe don't make him like too juiced, because then people are gonna be mad. But like, you know, make him serviceable for us Irish people who probably would lock him in against their best judgment. I know I'd lock him in, because I locked in every bad set in the world in 2K20 because of who I am as a person. So if you give me a Pat Burke that's serviceable or juiced up for like 1 week, I would lock him in and use him. But I would love to see him in my team again. I don't know if 2K just don't have his rights or whatever, but I can't imagine they'd be all that expensive. I think he only played 3 seasons in the NBA, 1 year with the Orlando Magic and another 2 with the Phoenix Suns. I think he averaged like less than 4 points a game. But you know, just give me one juicy Pat Burke card. That's all I'm asking for. So that's number 5. And then at number 4, we have the Birdman, Chris Anderson. I'm not sure, I think the last time Chris Anderson was in the game was either 2K19 or 2K18. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really play my team back then. But this is another card I would love to see again in my team. If you watched the NBA back then, you know this guy was an absolute demon in the paint, you know, blocking shots left and right, an absolute putback monster. And I mean, how can you not want to see those tattoos and that mohawk back in the game? I don't know why I love him as a player so much, but even back when I watched the NBA, when you had the big 3 at the Heat and they had Chris Anderson, I don't know why, I loved watching him. He was just a monster in the paint, you know, spiking shots away left and right, and he's gotten some crazy putback dunks in his career. I remember seeing a few where he's like dunking over people on a putback. So, you know, I would love to be able to do that in the game with my boy. And that mohawk, you know, at his little Birdman celebration after every dunk. That's just something I really want to see in the game again. I don't, like, he's not going to, if he's a realistic card, he's not going to be able to do much besides block shots and dunk on people. But I'd still have fun. I'd probably use him in the first few months. Maybe at some point they give us a juiced up version that can do everything like every card gets eventually. But that's another card I really want to see in this year's My Team. As we move on to number 3, you can't make a list without putting this guy in there, and that is Manu Ginobili. I'm not sure, we had a Manu card in, I think 2K21 was the last time we seen him. And I know in the blog post it said something like first pullable pink diamond's going to be in September, and it's a card we didn't see in 2K20, and my first thought was it's most likely going to be Manu. I think that makes the most sense for who we would get. I mean, there's a couple other cards I really want to see, but I think in terms of, first one, the first pullable pink diamond, I feel like it's got to be Manu. Because I don't think he's going to be like one of those insanely broken cards. He's probably not going to be that juiced because of how early in the game it's arriving, and that's if it is Manu. But he is a huge part of the Spurs organization. I mean, he played his entire career with that one team. And we pretty much had every other Spurs card in the game last year except for Manu. And I know there was a few people who were disappointed by that, myself included. So it only makes sense for him to be back in this year's game. And I will be shocked if that's not the card we get in September. A great spot-up shooter. He's going to be one of those guys on your team, you just leave him in the corner, you're driving to the basket, you see them wide open, you're going to kick it out, and he's going to splash it 9 times out of 10. And I mean, if you're like me, I used to enjoy running some all-time teams. I was running with the all-time Raptors team for a while there in 2K20. And I mean, it feels a bit weird having an all-time Spurs team and not having Manu Ginobili in there. So that is another card I really want to see in this year's My Team. Number 2, Charles Barkley. It had to be. It had to be. I mean, I know he has some personal reasons why he hasn't been in the game, but I'm sure all the players, all the fans of the game really, really want this card in there. And for good reason. I know there was a Team USA basketball logo in the trailer or the blog post somewhere, I can't remember which. So I'd imagine that means we're getting a dream team in the lineups. Whether or not Chuck's going to be included remains to be seen, but if there's any year we're going to get him back, this is surely the year. I think the last time they had a Team USA team in the game, we did get Charles Barkley, so I'm hoping history repeats itself and we get him back this year, because that's a card I would love to run with on my team. Obviously we have position locks now, so if he's a power forward center, he might not be usable. I mean, 6'6" at the power forward is less than ideal. Even at the small forward at this point, you don't really want to be running a 6'6", but I'd make an exception for Charles Barkley. And I know when they had that card, and I think whichever 2K they had him in, he was like juiced to the brim with like 90s in every stat. So if we do get like a Team USA promo and Chuck's in there, I'm going to be running with him. I mean, you have to. It's Chuck. You can't have a Chuck card and not use him. That's just, it's criminal. And then number 1, the card I have wanted for so long. I was praying for him all through 2K20. I didn't really play My Team a lot before that, so I can't say I was praying the years before, but I did miss him in the game anyway, and that is Reggie Miller. I mean, there's nothing you even really need to say here. I just want Reggie Miller, one of my favorite players of all time. I mean, give me a Reggie Miller card, make the card art that choke image. I swear I will use that card until the very end of My Team. He's just, a fantastic player. Came up big in the clutch more often than not. Just, yeah. There's nothing I even really need to say here. Just, if anyone from 2K is listening, I'm begging you, find a way, and give me a Reggie Miller card, because, yeah, there's no way I could have a Reggie Miller card and not use him. He's just one of the best there ever was. I know we'd be goated in 2K. Just give him everything. Give him the best SIGs. Juice him to the brim. 90 plus and everything. I just want the most juiced, insane Reggie Miller card. You know, maybe 2K will surprise us. Maybe a lot of these cards I'm mentioning will be in the game, and we boot up day one. We look in the token market, and there at the end of whatever tier is going to be the end, because we may be getting a dark matter tier now. No one knows, but you know, you look at the end and there's a Reggie Miller, there's a Charles Barkley. People would lose their minds, myself included. I really want a Reggie Miller card, if you can't tell already. I would sell my kidneys, livers, arms, whatever, you name it. I'd sell it all for a Reggie Miller card, even if I wouldn't be able to play the game because I'm limbless. Anyway, that is the 5 cards I want to see in this year's My Team. If you have anyone you want to see this year, let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of curious as to see what players people would love to see in the game. I feel like Ginobili, Barkley, and Reggie are kind of like universally agreed upon by most players that these are cards we all want in the game. But if there's any I haven't mentioned that you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below. And that's going to be the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, comment below your thoughts on who you'd like to see in the game this year. And that's Dale out. Thanks again for watching. Peace.